Hello, me again. I'd like to tell you more about the connection between how we think, eat and move and our day-to-day well-being and resilience. Now, do you remember Oliver? Oliver, who was struggling with feeling overwhelmed. He has done the simplified Think, Eat, Move tracker, and it's highlighted poor sleep, low mood, and eating when he's bored and frustrated at work. And then there was our man Frank. Now, Frank used the simplified Think, Eat, Move tracker also, and his results showed high mood, refreshing sleep, eating for the right reasons, and doing exercise on most days. Now, let's see how these different profiles affect them at work. Now, Oliver and Frank have similar roles in similar companies. They have the same scenario at work, a familiar event where a colleague is off sick, and they've ended up with the extra work. Both Oliver and Frank already have busy roles, so do not have a lot of spare capacity. Who do you think will adapt to the change in their day better? Who is better placed to have the energy needed to step up to the increased workload? Who, Frank or Oliver, are most likely to have lower stress levels due to their current outlook on life? Now, Frank is starting with high levels of energy and has a positive outlook. He knows he can put in the extra hours to get the work done without being adversely affected. His energy comes from a positive outlook, exercising regularly, and good nutrition. Now, Frank will, of course, feel the additional workload, but it doesn't need to overwhelm him. He thinks challenges and solutions and has a number of approaches to ensure his brain and body are not overloaded and are constantly refreshed. He's thinking, eating, and moving well. Now, Oliver is starting with low levels of energy and notices more negative emotions than positive. Oliver knows the extra hours are going to be a problem, which adds to his low mood. His low energy remains because of poor sleep, not great nutrition, and little to no exercise. We can't expect Oliver to perform well with an extra workload in his current state. Now, using the Think, Eat and Move method, Oliver could make a number of changes immediately that could help him. Energy can be boosted with high protein foods such as nuts, eggs and chicken, whereas stimulants such as caffeine do boost energy levels instantly and may help him in the short term. However, these boosts are short-lived and usually end up drawing more energy than they give. For steady, sustainable, get-up-and-go energy, Oliver needs a steady source. Foods with low GIs and plenty of water help with that. Now, Oliver needs to move more. Even though he is taking on extra work, sitting at a desk all day will not bring him any more energy. A great way to cover off a meeting is to go for a walk instead of sitting in a meeting room. Some forward-thinking companies have already started using the concept of walking meetings, made popular originally by Steve Jobs and the staff at LinkedIn. Over the longer term, Oliver would benefit from improving his sleep and targeting the issues that are causing his low mood. It really helps to exercise regularly. So fitting in moderate, purposeful exercise 3 times a week would make the world of difference to Oliver. Also, making time to see his friends. It's a great boost to your mood and can help to change perspective and think about the ways to change the situation that you're currently in. Food and mood also go hand in hand, and by recognizing that Oliver eats when he's bored, it's important. He wants to do something about the cause of this boredom and find an alternative to eating the wrong foods. See, Frank does recognize he can let things slip occasionally, and it can be hard to re-energize himself. He likes feeling energized and motivated about life, so he can talk himself back round to doing a quick track of what's going on, how he's feeling over the course of a 24-hour period, because this tracking is now quite routine, it's habitual for him. He can quickly see where the changes need to be made and what needs to be done to get back on course, making small adjustments to stay on track with his own well-being. So you can see that by utilising the way that we think, eat and move, we can improve our capacity for resilience. We can also see how the two are deeply interconnected. Take care of your well-being and your ability to deal with the stresses is greatly increased.